YouTube, what is going diamond? I am back at y'all boys again with another video, man. And today we're gonna talk about the biggest problem in 2K that nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking about. Nobody is addressing. And I think the main reason why nobody's addressing is because they're having the same problem that I have. They don't know how to put it in tweet format. They don't know how to verbalize it, and they damn sure don't know how to put it in video format. And I didn't really know how to. I didn't know how to bring it up. I didn't know how to discuss it. But honestly, while recently badge grinding, I came to the point that I can no longer ignore this. This needs to be addressed because it's honestly ridiculous. And you can see in the title should be something like "Bring Back 2K17 Badge Grinding." And the reason why I've came to this point is because the road to 99 gets a lot of flack, and it deserves every bit. This was a failure. The road to 99 completely ruined badge grinding, and it made it completely unbalanced. And also, before I get too deep, I'm also gonna have the opinions of iPod and Ricky's at the end of the video, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm not good at explaining this, maybe they'll do a better job of explaining it. Maybe they'll do a better job of convincing you. But back to what I'm saying. The road to 99 made badge grinding completely unbalanced in two ways, and let me tell you why. In 2K18, when they introduced this, they introduced percentages into the equation. Back on 2K17, every badge that you grinded for was based off of either attempts or either successful things that you did towards getting the badge. So if you were grinding for shooting badges, let's say if you was grinding for tireless score in 2K17, and let's say you were grinding for catch and shoot in 2K17, right? Tireless score was based off attempts. You had to attempt 150 tireless shots to unlock tireless score. Didn't matter how many you missed, you had to attempt it. For corner specialists, you had to make 150 corner threes to unlock corner specialists in 2K17. It didn't matter how many you missed, just as long as you meet the criteria of unlocking and hitting that 150. Well, in 2K18, once they introduced this massive failure called the road to 99, it put percentages into the equation. Now, if you were going there, and let's say I was going for corner specialist, and I hit 8 of 33s in the game, and let's say I was playing on Hall of Fame because I was trying to unlock it the fastest way. If I hit 8 of 33s from the corner, I'm getting 0 rep. That means I've wasted my time in that game. I played it for no reason, right? Now, some of y'all may be thinking, look, that's fine, man. You was going there, you gotta hit your shots if you want to unlock the badge. Well, the big problem with that is it's completely unbalanced because certain badges have percentages and certain ones don't. If I was to lock down and if I go in there and spam all day, if I go in there and get a bunch of fouls, it does not matter because percentages don't play a factor in those badges. Percentages don't play a factor in how many times I miss those chase down blocks. If I'm a slash, it doesn't matter how many times I miss these alley-oops, how many times I miss these contact dunks. As long as I get them, I get them. The percentages does not matter. And also they have percentages tagged on badges where it doesn't even make sense. Tireless score is one of the biggest examples of this. Without tireless score, to hit a shot while your energy is drained, you already have a low percentage of doing this. If I go in a game and shoot 30 tireless score shots, if I only make 8, I'm getting 0 rep. That means it's gonna take forever to grind for this badge, and especially if I have this badge on Hall of Fame. It makes badge grinding for certain archetypes easier and for certain ones harder. Now also with that, I said there was 2 problems with the road to 99 and badge grinding. The other problem is with the road to 99, they've removed the balance with XP when it comes to badges. Back then it was always based around the amount that you did. So for every badge, there was always somewhat of a balance with it, right? Because no badge earned more than the other badge. It was all about how many that you got. While this year, certain badges make way more than other badges and they're easier to get. Again, it's completely unbalanced. Because if we're being honest, playmakers are getting completely screwed. If they're trying to unlock Dimer, dude, you literally get no rep for assists. Go in there and play a game and get nothing but assists. It takes so long to unlock Dimer. But if I'm a sharp and if I go there and shoot a bunch of limitless, the sharp will get way more rep. And then, one of the major reasons why the road to 99 has completely ruined badge grinding, all throughout this year, 2K has been nerfing rep method after rep method after rep method. In the beginning of the year, you can get 80K, 75K. That was completely normal. Well, 2K decided to nerf each rep method. Every time you come out with a rep video, it is getting nerfed. So that means, again, to unlock badge, you have to get the certain amount of rep for the badge, right? If they are nerfing methods, that means they're nerfing how much you get for badges. In 2K17, they never nerfed how many threes you had to hit to get corner specialists. It was the same amount from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Well, this year they've been nerfing method after method, meaning with each nerf, with each patch, the amount in the grind to unlock a certain badge gets longer and longer. And we've already been complaining about the grind, so why do you continue to nerf how long it takes for us to unlock our badges? How long it takes for us to unlock our cap breakers? Bring back the 2K17 style of badge grinding. We don't want to be in my career all day. You've already removed rookie, and then you force us to shoot a better shooting percentage with the CPUs playing God level defense. And then if I pick a certain build, I gotta focus on percentages while the next man, he may never have to do that. Glass cleaners may never have to worry about their percentages with badges. It's completely unbalanced, and I can't explain it any better way, and I hope I honestly did make sense. But that's enough for my rant, man. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over. I'm gonna let y'all listen to maybe 2 or 3 minutes of the Discord call, man, and y'all let me know, do you like the way that the badge grinding is right now, or did I make perfect sense, and should it go back to the way that it was? Make sure you leave your suggestions, or look, maybe you even got a better idea than what I have. Leave your suggestions down below in the comment section. Let's get to the clip.
So you saying basically you rather not let people know when they're gonna unlock a badge?
No. I like the fact that we know when we gonna unlock a badge, because that's one of the major problems with 2K17. We was in there, let's say for the defensive stopper, bro. Dudes never knew when they was gonna get that badge, and I want to take that mystery out. I like that 2K18 lets us know we got a percentage bar to like how far away we are. I want that to stay in the game, but this how much you miss impacts how much you get overall. I want that going.
Oh, you mean the like 13 out of 23?
Yeah,
bullshit.
That's just
okay. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Actual percentage from.
So you want percentage. You want percentage of miss versus make going, but you just want how many ever that person makes.
How many ever I hit? That's how many points I get for the game.
Now, the way I see it, I feel the same way, because there are certain badges and certain builds where it may be beneficial for a person to go after a certain badge because they don't have to worry about how many, like take my slasher, for instance. It's all about how many posterizers and alley-oops I got. It never said if it went up. Ain't nobody ain't say how many of them things I got blocked.
Like, bro, like some of these badges don't even make sense to have percentages on. Tireless scorer. That badge takes forever to get. Of course, I'm gonna miss some. I'm tired. Like it don't make sense.
Big facts. I mean, I know exactly what you mean. Now, the crazy thing is with the way 2K is this year, they knew that their game was broke as far as, you know, when you get to a 90 overall and you can now control minutes and everything like that. They knew that it was broke, and the way that they fixed it was that when a certain build comes up with their rep method, they just give them less points. Now, remember when you used to be able to make like at least like 43s with a sharp, and then you'd be like, yeah, I got all them points, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? To get your mob points up. Now they cut it down to 30, and now after they cut it down to 30, they're now telling people that it's now lower per shot. So it's like, damn, I still got to make the 30 shots, but instead of how much ever I was getting 2 patches ago, now I'm only getting half of that. Like, it's crazy.
You know what I have a problem with, though? You know, like, there's a difference between glitches, hacking, and exploits. If they got a team testing them out and they ain't finding these exploits, that's not, like, your problem, you know? If I'm able to find out that I'm doing this and it's going to help me get more VC that way, personally, if it's not a hack or a glitch, they shouldn't be reducing the earnings of VC because of that. That's their problem. That's their fault with the game. I don't kind of agree with the fact, like, if you find a method that kind of helps you earn more VC, like, hey, whatever. But I see that they be like patching shit in the game to then stop people earning. Remember, like, what is it that what's the gimmick with the quarter trip joint?
Oh, quick elevator
one. Yeah, that, or there was other methods, and all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden now the earnings to certain shit now is like lowered, and I'm like, dude, but that's not my fault that actually happens in the game. That's not even a glitch. That just happens because of player AI. Like, why do you have to now lower the earnings? You feel me? Like, you touched that out of just not fixing the actual AI play. So that kind of bugs me out a little bit how they kind of like reduce AI because of that.
Instead of fixing the flaw in your game with your AI not knowing how to play it, you punish me for finding something that you should have fixed.
That's why I don't agree with the idea that they want to say that this is a basketball RPG, because any RPG that you play, exploits are actually allowed because it's called grinding. Any grindy game has exploits. They haven't patched anything with Red Dead in terms of the grindy aspect of it, so they let you do the exploits, but they don't patch the idea of an exploit. It's a grindy game. So them doing that is kind of phony to me because you're calling it an RPG. Realistically speaking, you find a method that you're able to farm or grind, and you're going to continue to do that method. That's considered an exploit.
That's the same thing. Like
Thank you. Exactly.
When you used to do the farming and like the monsters used to come out and you used to just farm for like the purples and all that shit. Like,
nigga, them Luke is just lit, bro.
Yo, that shit, like, that's true though, man. Any game that's like that does not go ahead and patch their game and say we're gonna stop you from earning anything. You know what I'm saying?
Pour 2 bowls of that yellow, no Kobe. Got OGs that'll still shoot like Ginobili. Yeah, band for my coat, like I live with a snow being bitch. I'm from the crest where shit get funky, nigga.
And that's why I gotta keep it ratchet. Bad bitch, work 2 jobs and get taxes. Bought a new Glock, hold 30 like a plasma. All she want is 2 things, back shots in a bag rubbing.